So what I want to hear from you, and I'll explain it. Our motto at the Overwatch Collective is, excuse me, is one more is one less. So it comes from season 1, episode 6 of our podcast, very early on. Where an Army combat veteran lost more friends to suicide upon return stateside than actually overseas. So he was like, hey, one more veteran that we can help is one less suicide. Plain and simple, that was it. So now it's on our challenge coins, it's on our sweatshirts, our t-shirts, hats, it's on everything. And we ask all of our guests on the podcast at the end of it what one more is one less means to them. So I would love to hear what it means to you.
Yeah, well, suicide's impacted my life as well. I lost a really close cousin to suicide and a friend to suicide and when I was a teenager, and that really kind of rocked my world. And so, having that happen during the formative years of my life, I've always carried that. And then, I haven't personally lost a close friend in law enforcement to suicide, but you're never far from it. It's like the neighboring department or a friend of your friend. And so seeing the pain that's inflicted, that has been really the driving force, not just for me, but our whole team of volunteers, to say like, whatever it takes to save one, like that's what we're after. And I had posted a video on social media the other day of one of our guest testimonies where he said, I came broken, but I left whole. And he shared with us, he looked me in the eyes at that retreat and he said, you saved my life. And I deflect that. I don't believe that was me. I believe that I give glory to God for that, because there's not a whole lot I can do. But he said, I was done. Like I was ready to take my life. And that's not the first time or the only time something like that has happened, where we've seen that by intervention that somebody's still here. And so I think, I resonate with exactly what you say it means. Is it's like whatever the cost is, whether that's all of the money in the nonprofit or all of our time, whether it's answering a phone call at 2 a.m. or whatever it takes, one more, one less. I really like that. I may have to borrow it and give you guys credit.
Go ahead and use it. No, I appreciate you saying that. And it's cool. Everybody has their own perspective of what it means to them, and it's always cool to hear. More often than not, it always resorts back to if we could just save one, and that's what you just brought up too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's our heart as cops, right? It's like you join because you want to save people. Yeah. And then now being on the mental health side, it's like, well, now we want to save the people who save people. Mm-hmm. And man, I mean, I'm sure you felt it, but there's many times when you're a cop where you're like, I feel like I didn't make a difference today. Like what was I doing? But man, to actually be able, like you said, to be able to walk somebody off the ledge. I mean, that has big ramifications outside of just that one person. But like we said, their families, their communities. And so.
Yeah, definitely. I think each suicide affects like around 130, give or take, people. And it's crazy. And, like your buddy in the Marine Corps, you have a Marine or soldier, airman, coastie, die by suicide, and it affects that entire battalion, company, etc. And that's 90 to 120 people right there, so whatever we can do.